to the warrior within, that powerful part of your personality that goes forward and drives in adversity and difficulties, digging deep within ourselves to find the power within ourselves to overcome adversity. So in terms of one of the quotes that I found very interesting was from Sitting Bull, and he spoke about the warrior for us is one who sacrifices himself for the good of others, to take care of the elderly, the defenseless, and those who cannot defend themselves, and above all, children. And so that's part of the future of humanity, as looking upon the children. And so for me, that definition is something that hit home for me, because I find it very powerful to be able to be there, not for people who are victims of their own doing in terms of not finding a way of going forward, but helping and assisting people and walking people on the journey to where they need to go, so that we can use our inner strength and we can guide people on that path. That warrior is a person who's fully engaged in developing their talent and their ability over a lifetime, right, to become an asset to the tribe. And that tribe, as we use the term, can be something that may be your family, a community, company, students, if you work with people, patients, or clients. And that has ramifications for us to find that inner strength within ourselves to be an example for others and to help uplift people. And that means that when we walk in life, we all carry a weight on our back. And despite having that weight on our back, we still have to move forward. It doesn't mean that we can't sit and take a rest or a breather, but everyone carries their own personal burdens. And those burdens are a reminder of us of the capacity for us to go deep within ourselves to find that warrior. As it relates to the warrior personality, it's a can-do, persistent, resilient, optimistic, uncompromising individual, right? Where we find the grit within ourselves and the focus and the courage mostly to commit ourselves to ourselves and to go through somewhat of the fire and go through the dirt or the mud to find ourselves. And in the process of doing that, becoming the warrior for ourselves, we become, again, that lighthouse, that lamppost, that light for other people to look upon, and then learn and follow through and carry on. And remember, the warrior will say, I will find a way forward. That doesn't mean being stubborn and not needing assistance. It means that despite all that I just mentioned, that we move and we continue on. So your inner warrior is a source of strength, and you can draw upon it in times of need. When you employ that warrior energy within yourself, that determination, courage, consistency, then your roadblocks become more open, and then you wind up finding the path that you're supposed to be on. So what I'd like for us to do today is I'd like to look in your life and to see how you can draw upon the warrior, what that warrior in you looks like, that uncompromising person who follows through with their purpose, their life's purpose, to be that example for others, and how you can, what imagery comes through and what energy is passed on to you from your spirit animal, or whoever information you receive the information from. So it's a great time. It's specifically the time we're operating in now to find that inner warrior, because I think it'll be necessary for us to be able to navigate in the coming months, to find our essence, to find our purpose, and to find our resiliency most of all. And to understand that, again, we all carry weight on our back, and despite carrying that weight, we still need to move forward and keep going. All right, so let's do a guided meditation, Shamanic Journey today. And when we get to your spirit animal, whatever animal you see or comes in your presence, ask that animal about the warrior within you and see what imagery and information comes through. Okay, it could be a general type of message. All righty. So what I'd like you to do is to find a place where you can relax. And if you can find that place where you can close your eyes, either cover your eyes with something and lie down, or sit up and just try to let yourself receive information and try to allow the warrior within you to rise and come to your presence. Okay, so take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And let's go on our journey. We enter a beautiful sunny forest. And we take a beautiful inhalation in through our nose. The oxygen fills our lungs and circulates through our body. And we can smell the scent of pine in the air. In the trees to the left and right are sounds of birds whistling and flying from branch to branch as they feel your presence. And you continue on your path, walking, observing the path ahead of you. Ahead is a narrow stream. And you make your way through the stream, walking over each little rock in its path. You walk up the embankment to the other side and follow the path ahead. Veers to the right and runs parallel to the stream that you just crossed. You can hear the trickles of water as the stream flows by, as you pass each tree. Walking, and up ahead is an entrance into a cave. You make your way into that cave. And with your hands you guide yourself until you see a light shining on the floor in front of you. You exit the cave and you walk on a new path. You look to your right, and in front of you is a spirit animal. What animal is in front of you? The animal looks into your eyes. Back. You ask the spirit animal about the warrior within you, what it looks like, what path you need to follow in order to come into your power as the warrior. exit the cave, to the left is the stream, and you hear the water as it flows. And as you take this path, you take a deep breath in. Left to the embankment that leads to the stream. And as you make your way over the stream, you will land on the other side. And you follow the path back. Stop in front of an oak tree. You put your hands around the oak tree. And you exchange energy. The tree absorbs your positive ions. Up to the tree and thank it. And you release your hands and head out of the forest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Move your fingers, move your toes, shrug your shoulders, and when you're ready, come back into the room. Okay, Shamanic Journey number 65, to the warrior within. And as I mentioned earlier, the warrior ourselves is fully engaged in developing their talent, their purpose over their lifetime, right? In order to be an asset to the tribe. And that tribe within us, around us, is either our family, our workplace, the people we assist, the people we work with, students, and in general, being the example or the lighthouse, not in the sense of being a martyr, but being the person who recognizes their deficiencies and despite the deficiencies and problems, carries forward and moves on in a powerful and strong manner. That means being the self-reliant individual who can find the power within. So hopefully this week, as you move forward, you can become that warrior that finds that internal power and strength to give you the necessary boost that you will need or that you desire. And it's always an important part of ourselves to balance out the energies, the feminine and the masculine energies, so that we can have a sense of equilibrium in our lives. When we're out of balance with that end of it, when we become soft in certain ways and we don't find the strength, the inner strength, then we're out of balance. And so we need to have that. And that connection gives us the grounding of the earth and the power from above. So again, hopefully you'll be able to find your resiliency in whatever form or information received in this journey. I want to wish everybody a beautiful Tuesday evening. Remember, I wanted to say that nature nurtures us, so that we need to nurture nature in return. And I've said this before, but it's been crossing my mind for the last couple of days insofar as that we're all walking each other home. And so if we can find the strength to be the example, to help people when they're in need and be that person that can show the deficiencies, weaknesses, and despite be a strong individual. Okay, I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you next week.